fashion. The blueprint got a fence, and the name ain't on it. No operational role. Article 1, not in the structure. Article 1, put the lines on the page. Time, place, manner, states running the stage. Congress got a lane, states got a chain. Executive branch not named in the frame. You keep knocking like the door forgot you, but the Constitution already locked you. This ain't vibes, this ain't rage. This is black ink sitting on the page. You want the ballots, want the rolls, want the names. Want every clerk looking scared when you aim, but you don't run the count, don't own the booth. Don't get the call fear or search for truth. Authoritarian overreach, that's what we call what we see. If that ain't a duck, then teach me wings again. Not in the structure, not in the chain. You don't run the ballot, you don't own the names. Authoritarian overreach, hands off the voting machine. Separation of powers means separate from thee. DOJ letters with a 5-day fuse, threaten states with prosecution news. Non-citizen panic like a monster in the wall, but the proof came tiny and the threat came tall. Already illegal, already rare, but you brought a war drum into thin air. 100 cases in 43 years, so why the whole machine of federal fear? If the problem is small, but the pressure is wide, maybe fraud ain't the target, maybe control's inside. 143 years, fear, control. Authoritarian overreach, that's what we call what we see. If that ain't a duck, then teach me wings again. Not in the structure, not in the chain. You don't run the ballot, you don't own the names. Authoritarian overreach, hands off the voting machine. Separation of powers means separate from. Then FEMA walks in with a counter-terror bag, 20% hanging like a punishment tag. Money for safety with the ballot box leash. That ain't law and order, that's pressure dressed clean. Paper ballots, citizen checks, election rules with the funding threat. Counter-terror cash got nothing to do with our county counts a vote in a school. That's not oversight, that's a shakedown clause. Budget line muscle with the fake clean cause. One letter's a letter, one monitor's clean. One lawsuit's a lawsuit, one memo's routine. But stack them together and the picture gets mean. A machine ain't a screw, it's the whole damn machine. Whole damn machine. Whole damn machine. Whole damn machine. 260 analysts chasing no goals. Georgia 2020 still feeding your pose. Lost the election and read the badge, trying to turn a grudge into evidence fast. Law enforcement ain't your therapy couch. A badge ain't a tissue for a loser's mouth. You don't get the FBI for a wound to your pride. You don't make a case from the story you hide. In the mind of this land where the blue votes live. Detroit, Lansing, East Lansing grid. Observation is normal, disruption is not. Context is the fingerprint left at the spot. Authoritarian overreach, that's what we call what we see. If that ain't a duck, then teach me wings again. Not in the structure, not in the chain. You don't run the ballot, you don't own the names. Authoritarian overreach, hands off the voting machine. Separation of powers means separate from thee. They scared of workers, they chill the line, they poison the air, then call it a sign. County clerks counting while the threats come loud. State officials standing with the storm in the crowd. You don't scare democracy into truth, you scare the people protecting it from you. The oversight has limits, overreach has teeth. You rock federal shadow where the state should breathe. So write this down, let the record teach. This ain't election attack could be. It's authoritarian overreach. Authoritarian overreach, oh, that's what we call what we see. If that ain't a duck, then teach me wings again. Not in the structure, not in the chain. You don't run the ballot, you don't own the name. Authoritarian overreach, hands off the voting machine. Separation of powers means separate from thee. The Constitution left you out on purpose. Not a glitch, not a stain. No executive access to the people's land. Not in the structure. No, not the regional role. Authoritarian overreach.